Right, back, right. Sorry, I was just saying that. No. Um, all I need is this. Blind boy said something. What he was saying was, he was saying something like, I can't get back to the studio right now, I'm in San Francisco, can't get back to my wee studio or whatever the setup it is he's got. So it sounded to me like he didn't have a laptop or anything like that to edit, but or something, I'm not quite sure, but he was just uploading it. And I want to know the technical process of him making a podcast with Zoom recorder, getting it for that. I don't need to go out and about far away to fucking San Francisco, right? But I'm just trying to, I need to find out. You see, I made a podcast in 2006. Limmy's World of Glasgow. DD was in it, Jacqueline McCaffrey was in it, John Paul was in it. And that then became, I used their characters in the Limmy show. It was 2006, and I remembered how to make a podcast back then. I looked at it all up, make up the wee logo, make up the RSS feed, put it on the site, submit it to iTunes, put the episodes on a thingy, have a website where people go to when they want to know more about it, and schedule the thing, and basically that's it. That's it. So I don't know how much things have changed in 2006, 2016, like 13 years. Well, I could go to SoundCloud, but people know podcasts, and the good thing about podcasts is if it does well, there's a kind of prestige and PR thing of being able to go like that. Oh, it's in the top 10 something, which itself then makes it more popular. Whereas SoundCloud, if I said, oh, it's got so many listens on SoundCloud, people are, was that a lot? Is that not much? Ian Lee does a podcast. Oh fuck, if he can do it, I can do it. Acast. No, somebody just said that podcasts are a red herring. If you do it, you'll hate it in 4 months. If I have to do something on top of Twitch as well as Twitch, then it might start to wear me down a bit. You know, like if I have Twitch, and then look, all I want to do is this: put the stuff that I do on Twitch, mainly the trucking and the improv stories, and put it on like a podcast. I can't imagine it being very popular to begin with, if at all, if ever, but not to begin with, because people go, maybe people just want to go to sleep. And you should Adam Buxton on Twitter, he'd love to give you technical. I want to learn myself, but I just want to know what's the easiest way to do it. I don't want to have to buy a website again. I don't want to have to. I've got my domain name limmy.com, which just redirects to my Twitter. I should actually redirect that to Twitch, but nobody goes on it anyway. I don't want to have to buy buy hosting and do all that shit. So there must be some place, hire an editor. I'm not hiring fucking any cunt. Fuck that. Hire me. Nilesy, me and you would fall out within a fucking week. We'd fall out of the money. We'd fall out of something not getting done in the right way, and I would come back and I'd say, can you sort of edit it a wee bit more like this? I think what you've done is magic, I think what you've done is cracking, but just shorten it a wee bit more there, and just, I wouldn't recommend that. You would say, Niles would say, I wouldn't recommend that, that's not actually the way it's done. And I would say, well, I'm not too bothered about the way it's done. I mean, in certain ways, I'd like it to be a wee bit kind of conventional, so that people don't think it's a failure. But I do like to be a wee bit fucking different, even if people think it's a failure. I want to give people something interesting. Like, I'm just saying, the way you're editing it should be a wee bit faster. I know, but I want it to be kind of relaxing. We'd end up arguing, and I'd be like, Lynn, what did I fucking say in this cunt? What did I say? I'd be running away to Lynn. Lynn, what did I say to this guy? Who is he? It's a guy that I got to edit. What? It's a guy that I got to edit my Twitch stuff into. What do you mean by edit? Well, I gave him access to the videos in Twitch. He then downloads the audio, and then he sort of edits it, puts it together. Why have you got him to do it? Yeah, well, he asked him. I just thought, it'd be good to kind of delegate some of that out, and pay him some money. You're paying somebody. What? So what's he doing? He takes the and I would start to feel this feeling of, she's fucking right. I know it. I've got nay. I would start to stutter. He offered to edit it. What do you mean by editing? He listens. Right. Wait. You asked the question, let me finish. See, when seeing some of the streams, seeing some of the trucking streams, I thank some of the subscribers, right? So I might go, thanks John, thanks Mary, thanks for subscribing, thanks thingy, thanks, like that. And people listening in the podcast might be like, who's that? I don't want to listen to you thanking people. So he chops that out. Right, alright, I get it. Well, I suppose but the thing is, Lynn, I don't actually like that getting chopped out, because the subscribers are getting shout outs, basically. They're basically getting shout outs on the fucking podcast, and if the podcast gets popular, they're getting shout outs, so in a way they're getting like credits on, like in the fucking podcast, and what I'm doing is I'm chopping it out. Then, well, why have you done it then? I don't know, I'm just trying to give him work. I'm just trying to give the guy work. Why are you trying to give him work? Because I've paid him. Why are you paying him? To do the work. Can't I just get him to do it for nothing? No, why are you not understand you getting him work and paying him for the work? But why are you getting him work in the first place? Because I thought that it would be good to chop the bits out, and then now I've listened to it back and it skips. So you hear me driving, and then the bit where in the stream where I was saying, thanks, you cannot fault, or thanks for the sub, thanks Admiral, thanks a lot, he chops that out. But the thing is, by the time I've finished saying my thanks, I've, let's say, sped up a wee bit in the lorry. Let's say when I started saying thanks, I was at 30 miles an hour, and then imagine, let's say I did 20 seconds of thank yous to the subs, and by that point I've went up to 80 miles an hour. So you hear it just going, like if you're listening to it to relax, you're like this. So why are you doing it then? I thought it'd be a good idea. I'm just trying to get back to the fucking community. The guy wants a job, basically, and I've got the means to fucking pay him, so I thought, I'll do that. Brian, you don't owe anybody like a fucking living. You're just going to start getting jobs to fucking everybody here. You can be in charge of like typing up the episode name. Oh, there's 2 people. I'll employ 2 people to do the episode name, and like with 1 person, 3 people. 1 person comes up with the episode name, and then another person types every even letter, and another person types every odd letter, and they sort of like coordinate back and forth so that everybody's got something to do. Look, when I thought it'd be a good idea to chop it, thank you, or the shout outs, it was a bad idea. But now I don't want to go back to the fucking guy, because he's online, he's telling everybody, oh, I'm an editor. he said, can I put this in a reference? I'm actually sending a CV to some people to get some work. Can I put in a reference that I did this editing thing for you? It'll help me get some work. And if I was to then take that away, he can then put it in the CV. It will then look embarrassing for him. That's nothing to do with it, Brian. I know, but I feel fucking bad. Who is this guy? He's called Nilesy. And have you ever met him? I've never met him, no. And do you know, is it somebody you trust? Is it somebody you trust or something? Wait, he comes across as alright, and he's good at what he does. Well, there was a few wee disagreements in the past. Like what? I could just something ages ago. What was it? It's nothing. They have disagreements with lots of people. I kind of like shout at people if they give me like the wrong advice with games and things like that. Is that what he did? No, it was a wee bit more than that. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What was it? Well, what it was look, Nilesy's a good guy. Just tell me what he did. Nilesy's like, do you know the guy? No, I don't. So how's he a good guy? I don't know. Did you know Thingy was a good guy? Thingy that you hung about with for about fucking 5 fucking years, and he turned out to be a fucking beast. Aye, right enough. Right, so you don't know anybody? I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody. I don't know fucking anybody. You're right, I don't know anybody. Right. But tell me anyway. Nilesy's not a beast. I know he's not. Right, I don't know if he's not, but that's not the point. Right, what is the point? I don't know, what was it you're saying? You said that Nilesy did something. Right, well what it is was this. Near the beginning of my professional streaming career here on Twitch, when it started around about October, one night, as I was about to play Overwatch, I think, one thing I noticed was, if I started playing Overwatch straight away, you see when you're doing a stream you pick a category, you pick, like you say what this stream is it Overwatch, is it Dark Souls 3, is it just chatting? And the game that I was playing, it was either Overwatch or I can't remember what it was, didn't have a lot of, you see if somebody's browsing, they're just sort of browsing, they don't know who you are, they're just browsing to see who's out there streaming. You can pick in order of popularity which game or category is it. So let's say you go to browse and it would start off with Fortnite. Most people are playing that. Then maybe League of Legends, and then maybe things like that, right? Just chatting would be like 5th, and then the game I was playing was something like 10th or 15th down the list. Sort of like the things that people are less interested in. But I can get to your point. Will you ask me? Just get to your point. Sorry about that, everybody. That's oil, right? So what did this Nilesy do? Well, what I wanted today was the just chatting section was more popular and therefore further up in the list, therefore closer to, more likely to be clicked by people as a category to browse than the game that I was playing at that time. So what I like to do, what my wee technique was, for the first 10 minutes as I was playing the game, I would keep it on just chatting, so that I was quite high up for just chatting. So that was quite, I was in the just chatting more popular category. Let's say it was Euro Truck Simulator 2 or something, kind of low down. And then I wanted it to stay at that. And then after 10 minutes, I would then change the category to say Euro Truck Simulator 2 or whatever, right? What he did, without asking, was he changed the category, because I've made him a mod. He was a mod moderator. I make a few people that I trust a moderator. How do you decide who you trust? Just people who I recognise the names. If you know, but just because you recognise some names, you trust them. In the sense that I make them a mod. But how do you know them? That's not the point. We'll just get round to your story. Oh, he changed it for just chatting to like whatever game it was, this no very popular game. without me asking me, without me telling me. And I said, for fuck's sake, why are you doing that? I want to stay in the just chatting category for a while, so that it's I'm in one of the most popular categories. Because if I'm in like fucking Euro Truck Simulator 2, nae cunt's fucking clicking on that category. Nae cunt. It was like contradiction or something, like I was the only person playing the fucking game. Something like that. So he did that, right? So what, I take it you unmodded him? Well, no, I just gave him a bit of talking to. Right, so is that it? Is that what he did? No, that was like the first part. There's 2 parts. What's the second part then? The second part was one night, no long after that, within that week, let's say, I was meant to go in one night. I was meant to stream one night at say 10 o'clock. And I told everybody, I will be on at 10, everybody, I'll be on the night, something like that, right? I ended up lying next to Daniel, in bed. Daniel said, oh, lie next to me. So I was lying next to him, and as usual, I cocked out. And I woke up at fucking midnight or something, or 1 in the morning, or 2 in the morning. And while that was happening, people were on my stream, in the chat, because they can be in the chat even when I'm not streaming, and they're all saying, where is he? What a fucking letdown. What a letdown, this cunt. What a letdown. Anyway, I wasn't there to see that. I didn't really know, but I checked on about 2 in the morning when everybody had left, and the title of the stream, what do you mean by the title of the stream? Every stream's got a title, for example, help me play this game, or improv stories, and the category would be just chatting, or this game is rubbish, and the category would be contradiction or something. This game's so hard, something like that, right? Anyway, somebody had changed the title when I was sleeping, while I was sleeping next to my son. Somebody had changed the title to I'm away to bed, thanks for all the money. What? And that Niles did that? No, he didn't do it. Well, who did it? I can't remember. I found out who did it. But that is fucking bad, right? I know it's bad. I know it's bad. Because what's bad about it is I know it's bad. I know it's bad. Because I'm trying to make this my fucking career. And I require people to chuck us a wee bit of money, like I'm a busker or something, chuck us a bit of money. And it's like I'm saying to people, you know what? Nah, I'm going to bed tonight, thanks for all the money, fucking lot of yous. Somebody had changed the title to that. So who did it? How can anybody just change the title? Not only mods can do it. Moderators, aye, these people you trust. I know, right, so I got to wrangle with whoever that moderator was. So he banned, I think I banned him for a while and then unbanned him. Why did you unban him? Well, it doesn't really matter what it does. Why did you unban him? I don't know. I just thought, well, you just thought it was funny. You've got to send a message. I know. But what's this got to do with Niles? Well, if you let me finish the story, I'll tell you. The next day, I was talking to people about it. I was like, by the way, who fucking did that? Who did that? Who did that? You know, next day I was going for a walk through Victoria Park, and I said, who did that? Who changed the title of the stream? And nobody could quite work out who it was. I was able to find out through the log files. But what's this got to do with Niles? Well, this is what I'm getting onto. It turned out that Niles, who was a mod at the time, so it was him that did it? No, he was one. There's quite a few mods. He was present at the time of the title change. He was present in the chat at the time of somebody changing the title of the stream. Oh, you bastard. The lights have went off. The lights have went off. Oh no. Can you see me? Can you hear me? They switched the lights off in a hotel. You can hear me, you can see me, right? Christ, you're gonna have to just look at a silhouette of me. You're gonna have to just look at a fucking silhouette of me. Because this is a really important story. So Brian, the lights are off, I want to go to sleep. What is he saying? I'm saying this. He did nothing. So he just saw somebody change that to that, which is seriously sabotaging your Twitch career. And he did nothing. He did nothing. Why did he do nothing? He said, well, the last time he changed the title or category, he made a change to the stream without my permission, he got into trouble. So he didn't want to do it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Aye, exactly. Tell me that again for anybody who missed it. He said that he would have changed it. But, well, you know, I gave him such a talking to the last time that he decided not to do it. Even though it said, I'm away to bed, thanks for all the money, even though that's like, that could just ruin your whole fucking career, he decided to do nothing. That's fucking bad, I know. And what was his excuse? Well, that was his excuse. And did you I fucking said to him, I said, that's fucking passive aggressive. That is the definition of passive fucking aggression. Being aggressive, being fucking like angry and fucking like that, by doing nothing. Not by shouting or getting angry, by doing nothing. And this is the guy you got as the editor. Aye. Well, you know what, Brian? What? Fuck you. It's your own fucking fault. I know, Lynn. I know. Get rid of him. I'm getting rid of him. I just telling you the story has reminded me. Of what he did. So there you go, Nilesy, you've just been employed and sacked, mate. You've just been employed and sacked in a hypothetical world there. In a virtual sort of Black Mirror. You just went through a Black Mirror kind of simulation, job simulation. There you go, I'm going to send that to Charlie Boy. Now people send in CVs and all that for jobs. How about a virtual kind of in a computer, like, you know, the dating thing you had with that Hang the DJ thing, like that, except it's a job. Are you good at the job? And it works out if you're getting sacked or not. And if you don't get sacked, well, you get the job. If your virtual self doesn't get sacked after being there for like 3 years, you get the job. Limmy, what? Write it up. You've got yourself a job. Oh, look. Nilesy, as you look onto that, you're sacked. Well, everybody, thanks for the. This has been an improv. This has been one of these improv stories. The story's improv. And I didn't know I was going to do an improv. So it's an improv. That's dedicated to Nilesy. One of my earliest, trustworthy mods. Hardest job in the world, Nilesy. Hardest job in the world. to anybody who's subbed tonight, oh wait a minute, I'm going to press the wee button. Hold on. Buna, thank you very much for the resub. Limbo Slice, Cova, thanks for the subs. John Rebus, Wellman 86, thanks for your subs. Vermin Hater and Fruit Machine, thanks for the bits. James Occupational, who called you a banjo? Little Boy, It's Noble, Space Ghetto, Rabula Conundrum. See everybody, listen, everybody who subbed and gave us bits and donated while I was streaming there, because I can't see the things pop up. Thank you very, very, very much. Please bear with me as I'm on holiday for like fucking 2 weeks. Bear with me, right? Bear with me. I don't go on holiday that often. I don't go on holiday that often. Holodrone, thank you very much for subbing. Anybody who subbed, thank you very, very much. I can't see, all I can see is the chat. There's a chat, that's it. That is it. You know, if the 2 weeks while I've not got the normal service here, well, you're getting these nighttime fucking this sort of shit. If you're thinking, you know what, I'm going to give my Prime sub to somebody else, get yourself a fuck limit. That's well within your rights. But I would love for you to stick with me through these trying times. When I get back, everybody, I'm going to be buying the Sony A7 III camera with a fucking magic amazing lens, and it's going to be the best fucking quality you will see on the whole of fucking Twitch. I will be streaming to you for a camera that's one of the best fucking cameras there is, with one of the best lenses there is, at 60 frames a second, 1080p. I don't mean 1080p with the game, you get 1080p with the game at 60 frames a second, but with the webcam it's only 1080p at 30 frames a second. You're going to get full frame, 1080p, 60 frames a second, coming for a fucking Sony A7 III. Troops, it is the fucking height of quality, this. The fucking height, the pinnacle. And not only am I going to be doing that, but I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be using that camera to make some videos. I can't go into a lot of details,